Each of us faces difficulties in life. There are moments when it feels like the whole world is against us. But in such moments, we must remember that we have the greatest ally, Allah. Faith in Him gives us strength that we could not even imagine. When we are overwhelmed by fear or despair, we can turn to Allah in prayer. Prayer is a powerful tool that helps us calm down and find inner harmony. Remember how the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, turned to Allah in the most difficult situations. His faith was a source of strength and wisdom. One of the most inspiring examples of the power of faith is the story of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. When he was thrown into the fire, he felt no fear because he fully trusted Allah. And a miracle happened. The fire did not touch him. This shows that faith can protect us, even in the most dangerous situations. But how can we, ordinary people, apply these great lessons in everyday life? It all starts with strengthening our faith. Constantly reading the Quran, performing prayers, and reflecting on the greatness of Allah help us maintain spiritual strength. Faith in Allah also helps us see the meaning in trials. We understand that every difficulty is a test sent to us to make us stronger and wiser. Allah does not test us beyond our capabilities, and in this lies great wisdom. Imagine you are in a dark room. You are scared and don't know where to go. But then you remember that you have a flashlight, your faith in Allah. You turn it on, and the room is filled with light. Now you see the path and can confidently move forward. This is how faith works. It illuminates our path even in the darkest moments. Faith also helps us deal with emotional experiences. When we feel sad or anxious, we can turn to Allah for comfort. The Quran says, "Indeed, with hardship will be ease." Surah 94:6. These words remind us that even in the toughest times, Allah does not abandon us. One practical way to strengthen faith is to meditate on the words of the Quran. When we feel that the world is falling apart around us, we can read verses that inspire us and give us strength. For example, the verse, "Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear," Surah 2:286, reminds us that we can overcome any difficulty with faith. Faith also helps us build relationships with other people. When we are confident in Allah, we become more tolerant and understanding. We see in each person a creation of Allah and treat them with respect and love. Islamic values, such as compassion and forgiveness, help us maintain inner peace and harmony. When we forgive offenses and do not hold grudges, we free our hearts from negativity and fill them with the light of faith. Another important aspect of faith is gratitude. When we thank Allah for everything we have, we begin to see the world in a more positive light. Gratitude helps us focus on the good and strengthens our faith. Remember that each of us can find strength in faith, no matter how difficult the circumstances seem. Faith in Allah is the key to overcoming any difficulties. It gives us confidence that we are not alone and that Allah is always with us. Faith also helps us develop self-discipline. When we follow Islamic principles and strive to live a righteous life, we become stronger in spirit and body. This helps us cope with any challenges we encounter on our path. Faith in Allah also strengthens our willpower. We learn not to give up and to keep fighting, even when it seems that everything is against us. This willpower helps us achieve our goals and overcome any obstacles. An example of such willpower is the Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, who led his people out of Egyptian slavery despite all the difficulties and dangers. His faith and determination inspire us not to fear difficulties and always rely on Allah. Faith also helps us find wisdom in the most challenging situations. When we face problems, we can pray to Allah for help and guidance. Allah always shows us the way if we sincerely turn to Him. We can also draw inspiration from the story of Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, who despite all the trials, always kept his faith in Allah. His story teaches us that even in the most difficult circumstances, we can find strength and hope in faith. Faith in Allah also helps us find joy and happiness in everyday life. When we thank Allah for everything we have, we begin to see the world in brighter colors. This makes us happier and more satisfied. As we conclude our episode today, I want to remind you that faith in Allah is our strongest ally in facing any difficulties. It gives us strength, wisdom, and confidence that we can overcome any obstacles on our path. Thank you for watching our video till the end. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment.